Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the AOSU security camera system. So in this video, I'm really going to walk you through the entire installation. I'll show you all the components, and then I'll actually show you my yard and how I decided to set these up. And we'll also go through the phone app so you can see all the different functions and features in terms of what you get with this app. So this is actually the base station unit that you start with. So I'm inside first. I wanted to show you this first. Basically on the back here you have an Ethernet port. So you're going to need, with the included internet cable, to connect this to your router in your home. In most standard homes, this really shouldn't be an issue as your router is probably fairly centrally located. We have a fairly complex property where I actually have a detached garage that's about 10 feet away from my house, and the location as to where I was putting the cameras is pretty far away. I'm fully hardwired through my entire house. This is actually an extension that I have to my router, so I was able to plug in my port here to one of my 3 Ethernet ports, and this little guy is just going to sit underneath my table here and will be concealed. You also have a power cable, so it does need to be powered. Once this is set up, the setup for this was fairly easy. You just download the app on either Apple or Android. You basically go through and just do the setup instructions. This will connect. You name what's considered your home base here, and then you go ahead and actually install all of the cameras. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the instruction manual, and then we'll actually go outside and I'll just show you, but everything is very detailed. You have a nice picture instructions here so you can see really clear examples of everything, all the different buttons, features, and as you're going through it, it just shows you mounting instructions, how to use the app, all the screws it comes with, different directional information, everything that really you need to know. So all of this was fairly straightforward, and everything was really well labeled. So all the bags had specific screws that it labeled for the solar panel mounts as well as the camera mounts, and pretty much everything that you need to know. Overall, I really didn't have too much issue, and I'll also show you something else I did with the mounting. So let's actually step outside and I'll go ahead and show you this. Okay, so we're outside, and I actually just wanted to give you an idea of our property so you had some idea of how I'm doing this security camera setup. So this is actually my garage, believe it or not, and this is the house right here. So both of these are detached, but I do actually have a wire, an Ethernet wire, running through hardlined, and basically that little unit that you saw inside is in this little room here on the end. I'll give a better idea of that here when we get closer, but what I did is I actually mounted one camera here at this corner, and then I have another camera mounted all the way at this corner. Now I do have another security system, but one of the reasons I decided to go with this is the other system that we have is actually battery powered, so eventually these will die. I decided to go with this as really just almost like a backup and something that's a little higher quality camera, because I wanted something that ultimately would stay powered on all of the time. So here is the actual camera itself. Again, it's 2K resolution, fairly standard mounting. You just got 2 screws that go into the base there, and then there's a wire that connects in the bottom, and then that then runs, I have this basically running along the wall here into this solar panel. So it's pretty straightforward. Basically I mounted up this solar panel, and you can see right here the sun is actually hitting this pretty well. I could have even mounted it up a little higher, but I didn't really want it to be too much of a showpiece. I just wrapped the wire, any access wire there around this. I had it come out pretty far, so you do have some good slack on this wire. And then another thing I did is I used these small clips, which you can kind of see right here. I used about 3 of them on this one to mount this in. I'll actually show what those look like. So you can actually get these very easily. They're just little nails with clips, so these are really good to hold the wire up, and you can simply just hammer in the nails and you're good to go. So that way the wire is not drooping down. Now going with the other setup, I'll just kind of show you as well. Before I do that, everything, as you can see, is very clearly labeled. So this was the mounting screws for the camera itself, and then you actually have another bag that's specific for the mount for the solar panel. You also have additional USB to USB-C chargers, and then it also does come with washers if you're going into like drywall. In this case, I didn't need to use them because I'm just going straight into wood. It does also come with an extra screw on all of them, and I just used like a standard hammer here to put all those little clips in. Fairly straightforward. Now I wanted to show you the other setup, and then we'll go through the camera app. So coming over to this camera, I actually had another camera here originally mounted and a solar panel that was right here, but this wasn't getting a lot of sun, so I ended up removing it, and the camera I think was problematic, was giving me issues. And this is my battery powered camera, and then I decided to do this one right here at this corner, and I just mounted the solar panel here. This one may debatably get sun, but I do have a solar powered light that's just above it, so I know for a fact during the day there is going to be a point where the sun's going to come out over here, and I will end up getting some sunlight here, and it should be more than enough to power this and keep it going. So same thing, I use those clips all along, and really doesn't look too bad setting it up this way. If you want to get crazy, you could even put like plastic sheathing, stuff like that, to maybe cover it, give it a cleaner look, but I really didn't care. So let's actually go through the app. I'm gonna pull up my phone here, and I'll just show you some of the functions, and we'll pull up the cameras as well. So one of the things is this actually gives motion alerts. So right now it's loading up. And I'm just gonna mute myself. So that's going to cause a lot of reverberation because we're standing right here. But you can see me right there in the camera. Very, very high quality. Looks all the way out to the street. Extremely good quality. And there's the other camera there looking out into our garden and our driveway. So really, really nice view. I mean, this gives a really great view right out all the way to the street there. I can almost see my entire neighbor's house. So the quality of this is very good. You have that dual view. So let me actually jump out of this mode here. You can look at either dual cameras, or you can do one at a time. So here I can pick, I just labeled them Garage 1, Garage 2, and I can basically switch between standard definition, Ultra HD. You can record, you can make video clips, obviously the volume, you can do the grid mode, which is what we had. And then I've also got voice alerts, tones. You can talk through these, you can set in alarms, and you can turn on illumination. So if I actually go to Garage 2, I'll turn on the illumination mode, and this will, I believe, turn on a light. So there you can see the light is now on, and it will actually give me motion alerts on the camera. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's a really nice system. The functionality, the camera quality, the fact that it comes with the solar panels, this is definitely a good bet if you're looking for a nice security system. Anyway, hopefully you found this review helpful. Another thing that you can do as well is also add in their other devices. So if you decide to get any of their other products or additional cameras, you can always add those in. Addition to that, you do have a log of all your events. So they do have a plan. So you do get like the basic plan is like a trial, and then eventually it goes into other options here to get like additional content. You do have a local option. So here I can see a record of all the things, so it's making a clip of the motion. So this will probably record up to like a period of time, like say 24 hours, something like that, depending on the motion events that it's seeing. So this is obviously going to be enough. If something happens, you could go back and just look at this log. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video review. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I will talk to you later.